Yes, sir.
Star 106.5 FM, Nassau, Bahamas. It's time for Your Lane with Coach Trishana. Yeah, it's time to empower, educate, and encourage your women to motivate you through whatever you've been going through. We talk about it. We ain't passing no judgment. So don't be ashamed. It's all the same. Stay in your lane. Your lane. It's whatever your will looks like. Stay in your lane. You must be talking. Don't be ashamed. Your lane. Let's have a conversation about what we face every day. Tune into your lane talk show. It makes us feel good just to know we're not alone. No more will be isolated, just inside. I want you to come out the dark. Just don't be afraid of your heart. So don't be ashamed. It's all the same. Stay in your lane. Your lane. It's whatever your real life looks like. Stay in your lane. You must be talking. Don't be ashamed. Your lane. Let's have a conversation on what we face every day. Your lane talk show with Coach Trish and I.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to Your Lane Talk Show with your coach Trish Hannah, broadcasting live from beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. It's so wonderful to be in your company today. First time listeners, welcome to the show. Your Lane Talk Show was created to educate, empower, and encourage women of all ages. Welcome to our men who listen, our men listeners who tune in as well. Now listen, I forgot the name of the taxi cab driver, but the man put me on the side. He said, "Hey, you's Coach Trish." You was yes, sir, yes. I listen to your show on Sundays. Well, then you know what topic y'all need to talk about. Y'all need to talk about mental health for these women. Jesus. First of all, sir, we did a show about mental health before. And secondly, how about you come on the show and you talk about mental health, right? It went there. But it was fun. It was a fun, engaging conversation with the taxi cab driver. If you're tuning in now, you're listening to us now, thank you so much. Continue to listen. We are grateful for your support. And actually, we will do a part two. We'll do a part two. But to be honest with you, I mean, let's think about it. Most of the times when men complain about women having mental issues, most now, it's normally because y'all the one who giving us the mental issues, right? So after you done do what you done do, you done cheat, you done stress us out, you ain't doing whatever have you, and then you wondering why something happened to us or what's wrong with us. But that's another topic for another day. The last time we were in studio, we had with us Apostle Stacy Facey, right? And she spoke about this is the sixth series of the show Teach Me How to Fight for My Marriage. And she was talking about the warfare she dealt with, was dealing with regarding her family and the in-laws in particular who were barging in her marriage, and it was to the point where it was exhausting for her. She couldn't do things without her sister-in-law or her mother intervening, and somehow at that season in her life her husband saw that there was nothing wrong with that, right? Yeah, we do have people who complain about in-laws. All right. And she spoke a lot about it. She spoke about how she dealt with it, how she's overcoming now, and how things are quite, you know, I would say wonderful. Her relationship with her in-laws now are thriving. All right. So if you want to go ahead and watch that show or tune in and find out what you need to do, what are your tools? What is it that you would need to help fight off, the in-laws being in your business? All right. Go to Coach Trish Hannah on YouTube. The title is Teach Me How to Fight for My Marriage, Part 6. And while you are there, please like and subscribe. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time to share the page. It's time to tag a friend. Because even for the curious gents who are tuning in, go call your friend, call your brethren, call your boys. Say, listen, we need to know what's going on here. Because yes, y'all are going to need to know about this particular topic. All right. Today we're getting personal, but in the best way possible. It's time to talk about something that doesn't always get the attention that it deserves, our kitty. Meow. Today's episode is titled Keeping the Kitty Happy, Tips for Vaginal Care. At some point in our lives, we've experienced those days when the kitty felt a little dry or a little too moist or giving off a scent that make you go, hold on, something ain't right. Something ain't right. What is that? Right? But don't worry, we've got two amazing Bahamian experts here to break it down and help us get our groove back naturally, right? From local remedies to knowing what's normal down there, we're going to laugh, we're going to learn, and most importantly, learn how to keep the kitty purring. Let me see if I can do the purr. Oh my god, that is so stale. That's so stale. All right, buckle up, y'all. Buckle up. It's going to be fresh and fabulous. For those of you who want to know, where can we tune in? If you are listening to the radio dial, of course, the Star 106 FM. Who's not? For those who on YouTube, we're also on Facebook, Your Lane Life Coaching, and for those who are on Facebook, you can find us on YouTube, Coach Trishana. We're also on the In Faith app for those who have the app on their devices. So, and if you have cable, we're on channel 976 on cable. So there's no excuse. And if you have any questions today, go ahead and you can send in your questions via YouTube. We'll be able to read it from YouTube as well. You can send in your questions via Facebook, or you can text this number if you want to remain anonymous. 376-8689 242 376-8689 if you have any questions for our guests. Your Lane episode 109. Yes, y'all. Keeping the kitty happy. Tips for vaginal care is brought to you by The Perfume Bar, John's Shoe Store and Accessories, Your Lane Life Coaching, and Lysol, distributed by Thompson Trading. Now, as always, whenever I get excited about a topic, I try to rush so that I can get straight to it, right? Right. So I'm going to give my guests an opportunity to introduce themselves. I have with me Anishka Martin, and she represents, she's Diamond Holistics and Complete Yoni Care, right? And we have the brand ambassador for the Velvet Cupcake, Roxy Star. And that's what it is, right? And if she wants to say her name, when she introduces herself fully, her real government name, she could do so at her own leisure. But until then, it's Roxy Star and Anishka who are in the studio with us today. And I want them to talk, say a little bit about yourselves and anything else that you think we should know about you at this moment. So let's go ahead with Anishka at first.
Well, you can also call me Diamond.
Oh,
I prefer that.
Diamond.
The company is named basically after me. And what I focus on is every menstrual issue across the world, anything that you can experience at your time of the month, like spotting, bloating, diarrhea, blood clots, hormonal imbalance, irregular periods. That's what we really target.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, I stated Roxy Star. So she was alluding to Sherelle Duncombe, which is the name you probably see on Facebook now that the Zuckerberg made me put it out there to get verified. But I still go by Roxy in most of my circles. I am currently the brand ambassador and educational spokesperson for the Velvet Cupcake hygiene line. And first and foremost, it's a pleasure sitting next to another woman who's created a brand for women by women, which is also the premise of the creation of the Velvet Cupcake. It was created by a doctor who saw such a need within the community for us to have products that work for us, that were created by us, because don't nobody know us better than us. And the Velvet Cupcake focuses on the hygiene aspect. So the overall vaginal healthcare situation is what the Velvet Cup line focuses on. So we do everything from the pH balance washes to yoni oils as well, and all the little stuff in between.
I love it. I love it. So, ladies, let me just do my little quick disclaimer before we get into the questions. So I want to remind our listening audience that while my guests are experienced in the field of vaginal care, They are not medical doctors. All right. Just want to place emphasis on the fact that they are not medical doctors. The advice and tips shared today are based on their personal and professional experiences. We always recommend consulting with your gynecologist or healthcare provider before making any changes to your health routine or addressing any medical concerns. Now, your health is personal and it's important to get the right guidance. So I just wanted to place that in there before we move on because I'm excited about these questions. We're going to have fun today. We talking about the kitty. There's no reason why you should have a sad face when you are talking about the kitty. All right. That's always exciting news to talk about. It's always fun. And we want to make sure the kitty is happy before the end of this day. Correct?
Correct.
All right. So before I get into it, Diamond, I want to ask you a quick question. I want to know what inspired you to focus on creating or promoting products specifically for the vaginal care, in particular, like you said, menstrual care.
Okay. This is a game changer right here. In the pandemic, I was making skincare,
Mm.
and I had no idea I was gonna get into vaginal care and menstrual. I didn't have no idea, but the thing about it is the situation that I was in 2020, 2021. It made me realize that if you don't do something for yourself, if you don't really go out there besides having a job and doing something for yourself, you don't know where you're going to end up.
Wow.
And I began to do my research, and I also always had knowledge of herbs
Right.
from my grandmother. And my business, I saw my business in my dream before it even came,
Mm.
it even came to the in
Into
my
fruition.
hands. No,
Mhm.
I'm serious.
Mhm.
Like, I was making skincare and I was dreaming about a black box.
Mhm.
And I had no idea what this black box was about.
Mhm.
No idea. But I wanted to go worldwide with skincare. And I had no idea that I would come up with a menstrual tea.
Wow.
21 herbs. I had no idea. But my children inspired me.
Mhm.
When you're in a position and you have somebody and they don't want to help you because you don't want to come back to them, you're going to fight.
Of course.
When you have kids to feed, you're going to fight.
Of course.
My business, my kids inspired me from my business. Also
Wow.
prayers.
Wow.
So I'm also a believer like you.
Yes.
Don't
Amen.
mind what you see on my Instagram or my TikTok or my Facebook, because I do use secular music.
Mhm.
I reach a broad band of people.
Mhm.
But this right here, I saw this 2 years ahead of time, and I had no idea. I wanted to go worldwide with skincare.
Yeah.
This is going worldwide.
Yeah. That's amazing how. I mean, I'm just put a pin right there. God changes the dynamics. You start off believing that you're going to be doing something, but then as He guides your steps and your footsteps, He takes you to where it is that you need to go. And I bet you that this is doing way better than your makeup and skincare.
Absolutely.
I know, absolutely, and you will see the rewards. Obviously, you will continue to reap the rewards because of your obedience. Yeah. And so Miss Brand Ambassador. All right, so we're gonna let's hype it up. Can you explain, ladies? And we're gonna ask Roxy to answer this one. Why is it important for women to pay attention to their vaginal health beyond just hygiene?
Oh, that's easy. For the simple fact that your vaginal health is one space in being a full woman.
Mm.
So it's almost like your lady garden.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the hygiene of it as just watering the garden. Water is not enough.
No.
You've got to tend to the soil, your body. The soil is where the nutrients are found. You've got to make sure your soil is rich. You've got to make sure you've got the right vitamins and minerals in your soil, and then you look at the sunlight. You need the sun to make the garden grow. That's
Yeah.
the healthy habits.
Yeah.
You've got to make sure you have consistent and daily healthy habits. And then you look at the weeds. The weeds are the things we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're looking at the overall woman and the overall reason why it's so important to go beyond just the hygiene is because, believe it or not, your vagina impacts and affects so much in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the things that we're not taught as young girls.
Mm-hmm.
These are the areas that are taboo. We don't discuss it. We don't normalize these conversations. So we don't understand the direct connection to the whole woman and a vagina. I mean, your mental health, your emotional health, your regular health,
Mhm.
hormonal imbalances, reproductive issues. A lot of it stems inside what we do with our vagina, to
Mhm.
our vagina, around our vagina.
Mhm.
And these are conversations not being had.
Well, we having them now. We having them now. You want to touch on that real quick, or you want to?
She's absolutely correct because even a yeast infection
Yeah.
is very uncomfortable. You cannot concentrate. And the thing about it, you don't actually get it only through, sexual intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a yeast infection, bleach, soap, some soaps irritate you down there. Absolutely. Even new underwear.
Listen,
So it's
listen.
not always intercourse. And when the yoni is off balance, everything is, you can't concentrate.
You can.
No.
I can tell you my last child. My yeah. I can talk it. All right. And I was pregnant. I don't know. Somehow they affiliate pregnancy, of course, because of the hormonal imbalance with me. I had yeast infections when I was pregnant. It was ridiculous. It was crazy, and I'm like, what is going on here? It was, and then um I had someone who shared what having when you use certain medications as well. The medications help causes the yeast infection as well. Now I know with pregnancy you have to be very careful. This is something that I also want to share. So I was, it wasn't any and everything that I could have used, just so that I could actually for the health of my baby, obviously. So anyone, I don't know if any of you are able to share, was there do you have any products for people who may be pregnant at the moment and who may have are experiencing the symptoms of a yeast infection?
I would say the boric acid. I
Yeah.
sell those as well. At Roxy, you sell those as well. The boric acid, to be honest, I don't know if it's for pregnant women
Mm-hmm.
because some of my clients, they said it brought their period on.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely.
The ones who were pregnant,
No.
the ones who aren't,
Mm-hmm.
even though they already experienced the
Yeah, I think I had two of them. Two of them
menstrual
told me,
cycle, and then they had the period again.
not again, but I mean, they saw a little blood. So I would
Gotta
say
be
go the
careful.
doctor route.
Yeah, go to doctor route for
But
that one.
if you're not pregnant, the boric acid is excellent because I use it. Sometimes I
Mhm.
use it after intercourse.
Right. Yeah.
To keep down that smelling good,
Yeah.
keep it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boric acid is excellent.
When you're talking about pregnancy, though, anything that you're gonna insert anywhere in the vagina, around the vagina, always go to the doctor.
Always,
Always
definitely.
go to the doctor
Mhm.
because and you could attest to this. I've had a daughter. I could attest to this.
Mhm.
You have children. Every woman's pregnancy is different.
Different. Yeah.
Every woman's body is different.
Mhm.
Every woman's reaction is different.
Mhm.
Even down to sometimes a herbal tea bath might be your best route.
Mm.
And sometimes even with that, you have to watch the herbs you use.
Yeah.
So the doctor is definitely your number one go-to for things like that. But I had yeast infections through my pregnancy too,
Mhm.
because your body, number one, is making a whole human.
Yeah,
So cheers
yeah.
to the magic happening.
Right?
Whoa. And number two, your hormones everywhere.
All over the place.
So you just a breeding ground for all of the different things that hormonal imbalances can cause
Mhm,
yeast infections
mhm,
being
mhm,
one of them.
mhm.
So women who are pregnant and you're experiencing yeast infections, baby, that's the norm. It happens to many of us. Don't feel no type of weight about it. Go to your doctor. Let your doctor give you a safe antibiotic or a safe remedy. Knock them out. Don't even think twice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And how can women distinguish between what is a normal vaginal discharge and signs of an infection or imbalance? Since we're talking about various imbalances.
With a normal yeast infection, it's white. It's only white.
Normal discharge.
It's
Yeah.
only white. It might be clumpy, like cottage cheese. It won't have a foul or fishy odor. It might be irritant, but when there's something else going on, it's yellow or off green, like a light green.
Hold
And
on, we talking about yeast infections
we're
now.
talking about yeast infection.
Okay,
We're
right.
distinguishing
So
between
the discharge
Mhm.
versus
Something
an
serious.
infection.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Mhm. Because yeast is different. It's just going to be white and it's going to be clumps. It's going to be thick in the underwear. And when it's an infection, the color changes. It changes from yellow to maybe even like a light green color. And it has a high fishy odor. And that could be trichomoniasis.
Mm.
Mhm.
So both of those would be non-normal discharge.
Right.
When you want to know it, so discharge from the vagina is normal. There is a normal discharge that you
Mhm,
have.
mhm,
It's usually clear and stretchy
Mhm.
or a little milky white,
mhm.
but it's never clumped up.
Right.
It should never be green. It should
Mhm.
never be a grayish color. It should never
Mhm.
be a yellowish color.
Mhm, mhm,
It shouldn't be pink.
mhm.
That's traces of blood in it. So
Yeah.
there are different things you look out for. Anything that has an odor that's not a light must like odor, which is
Mhm,
normal in the vagina. And
mhm.
ladies, vagina smell like vagina, okay? It don't smell like roses and peonies. It does not smell like a jasmine garden.
Excuse
Vagina
me.
smell like vagina.
The last time a gynecologist was in here, she said the same thing. But let me tell you, your own don't smell like jazz,
That's fine.
chingam and roses, but mine smell like
Baby,
roses.
and I love
So
that
y'all
for you.
speak for
I
yourself,
love
okay?
that for you. But in the normal world, which is clearly a unicorn here, vagina smell like vagina. Okay, but
Go
now if you
ahead.
getting dead rat, fish,
Oh Lord.
things like that,
Mm-hmm,
anything that's alarming, you need to see a doctor immediately.
Right
That
away.
is definitely an infection.
Post haste.
And then also, please, ladies, check yourself.
Yeah.
When you in the bathroom in the morning going through your routine, touch it, smell it. Because let me tell you something, when you let an odor linger long enough, you become nose blind to it.
Yeah.
And now you walking around and people smell you, you
And you
can't
can't
smell
smell
yourself
yourself.
no more. And that's a whole different ball game you're playing in. You gotta check yourself. Be okay with checking yourself.
Go ahead.
I had a client, we don't call names, but
Right.
I had a client and she was having this I think it was a yeast infection for a few months. So she decided to buy the boric acid. It actually worked.
Yeah, it works.
But
Mhm.
I don't it worked, but it's kind of scary too because I don't know if it was something more than what it was, but I don't know. But it worked. She took it for a few days
Mhm.
and it was gone. And the symptoms were, yeah, the symptoms
Um,
was really bad.
What role does sexual activity play in vaginal health? And how can women care for themselves before and after intimacy? You should see Roxy face. She's like, hey, that's me. I can talk for that, right? But hold on, because she's so excited, let's take a quick break first because we want all of it. We want all the tea. We will know how to care for the before and after. We will know what you do, what not to do, right? Right after this break. Make it quick. Hello to my Facebook audience. Thank you so much for tuning in. YouTube audience, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and type it up or any shout outs to Roxy or Diamond. In fact, I'm going to ask them to shout out as well. If you have anything that you want to share, you can go ahead. And if you have ever used any of their products, go ahead as well and just share your testimony, just something brief now. We won't read no long thing. All right, about your experiences with the products that they offer. So, Roxy, you have any shout outs today?
I can shout out my daughter. She ain't listening, but I got a shout out regardless.
Mm-hmm.
That's my rock. Definite big shout out to the Velvet Cupcake team. They've been doing amazing work with the product, especially getting into the schools and educating young girls about feminine hygiene. So I definitely want to shout out the Velvet Cupcake for doing a really, really good job in educational platform attached to their product.
Now, the CEO of this, the one that created all of this, you able to share her name or
I'm not.
No?
She loves to remain faceless behind the brand because she wants the brand to speak for itself.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with her personally and everything to do with the love that she's put into that brand.
I actually
and she
like
wants that
that.
to stand alone.
I understand.
That's
All
one
right.
of my hard and fast rules.
Right. Because it's the lucky thing.
Yeah. You know, some people buy something just because a name is attached
Right,
to it.
right.
She doesn't want that.
Okay.
She wants the name to stand on the
I
quality.
got it. I love it. All right. And Diamond, you have any shout outs?
Only my kids, AJ and Dre, my inspiration. So mommy got y'all.
Mommy got y'all. Mommy got y'all. Pete says, make this quick. We're on the last commercial. Okay. Now, hold on. Let me not say that because these people paying for the show to be on. Take your time. All right.
You're listening to Your Lane with Coach Trish Hannah.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning into the show, we have with us Roxy Star, who's the brand ambassador for the cupcake, the Velvet Cupcake, and we have the owner CEO, of Diamond Holistics and Uni Health.
Complete
Com-
Unicare.
Complete Uni Care,
Mhm.
right? Diamond.
Mhm.
Diamond,
Mhm.
right? That are in our studio today, and we are sharing and talking about how to keep the kitty happy, how to keep it happy. We don't want sad kitties, all right? Because when you have sad kitties, you have a sad life.
Mhm.
Because that you gotta be, someone gotta be happy,
Absolutely. Mhm.
okay? Someone gotta be happy. So, hold on. Beat said this is his favorite topic. All right. So we're gonna make sure Beat is happy at the end of the day. Beats wanna be happy. All right, because this is his favorite topic. And so we're gonna make sure he's happy. And now, Beats, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask your questions as well. Just before we went on our break, there was a question that I asked Roxy, and of course we're gonna ask Diamond to share as well. And the question is, what role does sexual activity play in vaginal health? And how can women care for themselves before and after intimacy? I've never seen a smile so big in all my life. From the time, the little space of time that she was here, she's never smiled so big. So I can't wait to hear her,
Listen, you
her
can see all
response.
the back tooth.
All the
in
back
my
teeth,
mouth.
all.
Sex is so important.
Mm.
I cannot stress this enough. Ladies, ladies, ladies. I can tell you one thing. Many of the vaginal infections that we contract from men
Mm.
and their dirty penises.
Ooh.
Okay?
Beats is like,
They have to wash and have the same good hygiene and hygienic habits that we have as women. So prior to, the best thing you could do is choose your partners wisely.
wisely.
Let's start with that. Choose your partners very wisely. Your daily routine should take care of leading up to sex. All right. So, gentle pH balance cleansers or water. If you have a, rose smelling vagina, then clearly you only need a little water.
Just a little bit.
Just a little water.
Uh-huh.
But, gentle cleansing pH balance. That is very important. Any product you use on them must be pH balanced, free from parabens, free from sulfates, free from any types of dyes and perfumes. You want to make sure that it's vagina friendly, and that it has to state that it's pH balanced.
Yeah.
The Velvet Cupcake carries a foam pH balance jasmine wash, and the jasmine ingredient in it helps with inflammation. It helps with odor. It helps with keeping the pH balance. So once you have the healthy habits from the onset, leading up to sex is magical. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, again, choose your partner wisely, please. I'm gonna share a story with y'all.
Oh.
And you touched on it earlier when you said that a lot of women, we walk around with these severe, what we think are yeast infections, and they're not. A lot of times it's a sexually transmitted disease called trichomoniasis. In 2014, I contracted trichomoniasis. 2 pills would clear up. No need to feel sorry for me. You just have to know to go to the doctor though, because it presents as a severe yeast infection. So I doing all the monostat creams, all the suppository in working, and I feel like my kitty was gonna fall out.
Oh,
it was the inflammation, the burning, the constant itching. It was ridiculous.
What was the color of the discharge?
The discharge, it presents as the white, chunky discharge of a normal yeast infection, but more.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And a lot of times, women don't know you can only contract trichomoniasis from a male.
Right.
And if you continue to engage in sexual intercourse with him after you've cleared it up and he has not taken the pills, then you will get it again.
Yeah.
Same thing with a yeast infection. Men carry yeast infections. Ladies, when that man wants to go and play tongue tag with your kitty, please make sure he's brush his tongue. Please make sure if he just wear gold teeth, he just brush underneath the gold teeth. It's so many things that throw off the vagina when it comes to sex that we're not even thinking about because it feels good in the moment. The most important thing though is make sure that your partner's hygiene is equally as important as your hygiene. That is like fundamental rules. And go get tested. You can't skip nothing without go get tested. Be tested, know your status, know where you stand with every single thing. Always remain in the know on where you are with your body. After sex, definitely you want to wash up. Those boric acid pills, they come in clutch. Pop one or two of them. You back to the freshness like you never left it. That's a good thing here. You know what I mean? And also, uni oils are amazing after sex too. They calm the vagina back down. They deal with any inflammation, odor. Many of them are antimicrobial and antifungal, so they help with any bacteria that could potentially throw off the pH. You know, and that bacteria could come from maybe he doesn't shave, maybe you don't shave, maybe the hair traps bacteria. So there's a lot of other things you could do to make sure that, you know, one day we'll end up with a rose smelling garden, baby.
Hey, come on. All right. Do you have anything to add on that? To that? No, you good? Yeah. All right. Now, you spoke about this. You spoke about the safety approach to cleaning the vagina. Now, I have to be careful with my words because I had a gynecologist here. Okay. And the gynecologist said, I don't know, Beats, if you were the producer at that time, she said the kitty should only be washed by water because it is self-cleaning. Those were her words. Now, I've heard stories, I've read articles that say otherwise. And if that were really the case, there are lots, including the company that you represent, a lot of other brands that have things specifically for the vagina other than just water.
Yes.
So if you want to touch on it, once again, I'm not saying that she's wrong.
No, absolutely not. And I'm not a doctor.
All right.
But I think that when experts in the industry use that statement that the vagina is to be cleaned by water only, a lot of times that presents for absolutely perfect environments for your, like when you have a vagina that's in the absolute perfect environment, most perfect of health, there's nothing wrong. You could use just water. And some women are not comfortable with using just water.
Right.
You know, it's a mental thing for us. But the cleansers that are developed, that are pH balanced, are designed to allow the vagina to remain in its acidic state. So, you know, the vagina is slightly acidic. It should be between 3.8 and I think 4.5 on the pH scale. You don't want to remove the good bacteria. So that's why they say you don't use harsh soaps. You don't put nothing in the vagina. Avoid douching. And although it is medically advised to just use water, I just wash my vagina in water. I'm sorry. So I use a pH balanced foam cleanser. Gentle is the key. Gentle foam cleanser when washing. And that's just my personal preference. And any cleanser that I use, and I use our brand, I have done the research on it. I've researched every ingredient in it. So I know that it is safe to use down there.
And Diamond, let's talk about some of the things that you carry, the brands that you carry, especially regarding menstruation. All right, you know, you have to be careful with anything regarding the kitty, the type of pads that you use. I've been told that there are people who can't use the regular brand, like the big name brand out there, sanitary napkins, simply because it irritates them. All right, there is someone who sees some type of rash, believe it or not, from a really good brand, because this brand I've been using all my life, you know, and I was like, really? You know, because of the particles and the chemicals that they have in it. You want to talk a little briefly about why natural brands are, you know, better than having, you know, the name brands, and what people can do, especially with those who seem to be irritated by certain brand napkins, sanitary napkins.
I don't know much about the sanitary napkins, but I could touch on everything here is 100% all natural. These herbs are definitely from the earth. Everything here is all natural. This tea right here, this is used to eliminate PCOS, heavy bleeding, severe cramping, blood clots, what else? Spotting, irregular bleedings. You know, some people they bleed 2-3 times a month. This right here can eliminate that for life. Once you use this, you won't ever even have to go to a doctor. This is 10 tea bags. It's used twice a day for 5 days. And this right here, we apply these drops. This is called our miracle menstrual oil. Let me make sure. Miracle menstrual drops. This is applied to your sanitary napkin or tampon every time you change. It has a cooling effect and it works along with this.
So you just be talking about that first, then.
Mhm.
Let me hear a little bit more about that. So what do you do?
You
What is
have
it for? Yeah,
this
let's talk about that.
this right here. This
Mhm.
is good for blood clot.
Mhm.
This is good for it just works along with this.
Mhm.
So if you have any discomfort in the night, some people, especially school kids, they have a lot of cramps, headaches, diarrhea, vomiting, and for women who have children, they may experience spotting,
Mhm.
and a lot of people experience blood clots. And this is it. This is all you need. This is better than anything you can buy over the counter or anything that your doctor can prescribe. I'm serious.
So no, that's wonderful. But is that because I heard you said you put it on you can put it on the sanitary napkin and
Or
on
pad.
the tampons as well, right?
Mhm.
So why should you use that on your sanitary napkin and the tampons?
This is used to bring comfort and remove pain,
Okay.
cramps, and everything else you can. These are they multifunctional.
Mm-hmm.
It's people who have menopause use these.
Mm-hmm.
This is this is a miracle in itself. I don't know if you went on my social media and you read or listened to some of the reviews. I have like a few hundred now. You can
Mhm.
go through,
Mm-hmm.
and they are real people, real people.
Mm-hmm.
And this right here, this is handmade as well. This has the same herbs that this has,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a trio, and you can't find this anywhere else. Nowhere else you can find that.
Mm-hmm. Um, Roxy, thank you. That's wonderful. That is wonderful.
If you want, I can answer
Diamond.
your first question for you.
Right, because honestly, that was my bad. I was thinking that you also sell the natural sanitary napkins. That's why the question was referred to you. I do apologize for that. But the cupcake,
Mhm.
the velvet cupcake has natural sanitary napkins.
So when we started
That's my bad,
our
y'all.
the Velvet Cupcake school tours, one of the questions that I always put to the young ladies, I asked them what brand of sanitary napkin they use,
Mhm.
and then I asked them true and false questions like, do you think that the sanitary napkins that you use contains the same ingredients that they use to make Teflon pots?
Mm.
Do you believe that the sanitary napkins you use has the same chemicals that are in nail polish? Do you believe that it contains chemicals that can cause reproductive failure later in your life? And they would say no, and the answer is yes.
Oh,
The answer is yes. Many of the sanitary napkins that we would have grown up on, that we
Yeah.
would household names and
Yes.
brands. Obviously, we can't call the brand,
no.
but the brands, they use a lot of different synthetic fibers, synthetic materials, chemicals that they use, even down to the way that the sanitary napkin is seamed together, the
Mhm.
glue that may be used.
Mhm.
And remember, your vagina is a portal.
Mhm.
It's an opening.
Mhm.
It's a free gateway to the rest of your body.
Mhm.
So you can imagine you're sitting in that all day, and as your body sweats, as your body releases blood, it cooking.
Mhm.
So all these things and all these chemicals, they cooking too.
Yeah.
And they are entering through your pores and into your bloodstream. Will every woman who uses one of these pads die or experience some type of medical issue? No, that's not what we're saying. But if you have the opportunity to not be exposed to it, wouldn't you choose that opportunity?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You have a lot of the chemicals are causing other, reproductive failure, ovarian cancer,
Mhm.
and there has been medical studies done on it. The pads that we carry are just simply plain old natural cotton.
Mhm.
Plain old natural cotton.
Now,
And
how secure are they?
man, they regular pads, man.
Ma-
And I's a thick thigh girly. They
Oh.
just last, they just stick, they just stay. I use them personally.
Uh-huh.
I use them personally. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome. Anishka, I am looking at some of the things that you have to offer. Now you have something called soak and wet. It's a flavored lubricant.
Mhm.
Why Anishka blushing? Why she blushing when I say that just now? All right.
That's
My
slippery.
bag could be heavy before that in the show.
That's slippery, girl.
Now I need you to talk a little bit about that because we want to discuss a little bit about, since we're actually still on, sexual, care and what to do before and after. Talk to us about the products that you carry that helps with, sexual care. For instance, you have a lot of menopausal women out there or premenopausal women that find it difficult to enjoy sex, particularly because they're dry, or they're dry. So it's like, okay, so we need something, but you don't want to just go to the store and get any and everything, because some of these things, like both of you have mentioned, it throws off your pH balance. So tell me about your product and how that can benefit those who may be experiencing dryness during intercourse.
So what I do offer, it is called soaking wet. It's very slippery and it's very slimy, and it makes sex more enjoyable. And it also gives the vagina a good smell. Like I have strawberry, peach, and it's one other fragrance. I don't remember what it is, but the fragrance is very mild and it's very light. It's not overbearing, and it's still natural. It's all natural. I think it's aloe. I can't remember. I think it's aloe, but it's really, really good because I had so many clients asking about the older ones that they're dry down there. They don't get as wet as they used to in their younger age. So this is good. It can be applied to the man, can be applied to the penis or the yoni.
Okay.
Mhm.
And Roxy, now what are some of the myths or misconceptions about vaginal care during intercourse? I sound so, it's what people saying out there, right? But having sex and you with your kitty. Like, what are some things which you shouldn't be doing? What some things you should be doing? Right? I
Um,
was trying to sound.
I feel like man feeling like they could kill the vagina during sex. Like you can't wring this out. This is a muscle. This is bounce back.
Oh,
Like that's a myth. Like y'all try out. I think Ronnie Butler said it best. One of his last performances at Arawaki, he told the young man, y'all gotta ease up. He say when you knock a pole down, you ain't never see BPL dig a new hole.
oh,
Calm down.
oh.
Calm down. To me, that's one of the myths. You know, another myth is, and I think it goes back to the wetness and dryness too. A lot of times they try to blame that on the woman, but sometimes it's not biological, it's psychological. Like you as a man have not done your job to prepare her
Oh, we going there
to where she needs to be, so when he
y'all.
ain't all her, you just ain't do what you was supposed, you didn't pet the
Beats
kitty right.
choking.
That's it.
That's
I feel like that's a big myth too. They put a lot of pressure on the woman on what should happen, and they forget that sex is a two-way street, and
Two-way.
a lot of it is in the mind first before it hits the body. And a lot of y'all men, y'all really ain't God's gifted like y'all think y'all are.
Oh, damn.
I love y'all though.
So I have some questions. All right, put them up because I can't see from here.
Yolanda Edwards, she asks, what can be used to tighten the kitty?
What can be used to tighten the kitty?
To tighten the kitty
After
after menopause.
menopause.
I've lost interest in sex.
I have lost interest
Do you
in
have any
sex.
products that can help with this?
Do you have any products that can help with this? All right, so her libido.
Mhm.
So you want to, any one of y'all want to
Okay,
go?
so for the vaginal tightness, we actually carry a all natural vaginal tightening gel at the Velvet Cupcake line. Also, I will recommend Kegels. Remember, the vagina is a muscle, and as you age, you will lose some dexterity in the muscle. A lot of times that is completely natural with the aging process, but you want to do a lot of exercises that focus on the pelvic floor, and you can literally simply Google exercises for the pelvic floor. Do those consistently. It'll bring the muscle back to a little bit more of the tightness that you used to enjoy. But the vaginal tightening gel will help as well. And yeah, but the exercise is very, 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 very important. That Kegling is the opening and closing of the vagina. And you could do that while you're sitting, standing in the shower, making baked macaroni. It don't matter. Like you could do that any and all times. That's very important. As far as libido, you may be able to speak with that because I think your tea probably covers that.
Okay, what we have at Diamond Holistics and Complete Unicare, we have Titan Wands, and it works in minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. You insert it, you wet it first, you insert it into the vagina, give it a few twists and a few turns, and as soon as you pull it out, the vagina tightens immediately.
Oh,
And we also have libido boosters. They are pink tablets. You insert them in the vagina. Sometimes, as an older woman, you're not interested in sex anymore, and we're here to help you. Yeah, we do sell libido boosters,
So
and
hold on with
also.
this pink things,
Mhm.
right? No, I don't need it, but it's just it would be fun to put it there for
Yeah,
fun. I mean, I don't know.
yeah. What
You
it
know.
does, it increase your sexual desire.
Right.
Yeah, and it makes you slippery and wet.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
That
ready to
part.
go.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think too when it comes to libido as well, there's a portion of it that's mental. I ain't gonna lie, like this is my
Mhm.
favorite topic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I after one of the symptoms of my pregnancy,
Yeah.
I lost complete interest in sex. Like I didn't even want to be touched.
Mhm.
And that lasted almost 18 months after I had my daughter.
I was the opposite.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my, I'm so
Oh,
happy
yeah.
for you.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
if you have a partner or several, that's we ain't judging no one life right now. Talk to your partner too. Find out what used to turn you on. Sometimes the low sex drive, it's born out of that habitual loss of the spark
Mm.
within the relationship. Like y'all don't go out no more. Y'all
Mhm.
don't do spicy things. You ain't, resting your head in this lap at a stoplight no more.
Mhm.
Y'all know what I mean by resting his head. Your head, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You ain't sending him nice text through the day. Send a man 5 attachments and see what happened when he reach home. Tell him send you 5 attachments. See what happened when it reach home. Google what that mean too. 5 attachments. Thank you, Glorilla, for that one.
Yeah.
But you gotta spice it up mentally as well. I feel like a lot of times we are mothers. We gotta go on a job.
Come on.
We gotta come home. We gotta cook. We gotta clean. And then you want a porn star. Oh, that's crazy
can't-
work.
that-
That's
that's a lot of work.
diabolical.
No.
That's a lot. It's
No.
just mentally taxing.
Yeah.
So sometimes you disassociate that chemical part of your brain that stimulates the libido.
Yeah.
It's just disassociated because I ain't doing all that work. That's
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
You either want this macaroni and grouper or you want me in the bedroom. Pick a struggle.
Pick.
You
I
can
was
eat
about
or
to
you
say
can
that.
eat.
Pick your struggle. Now, which one you want to eat? That's on you. All right. Talking about eating. Let's now that we're on eating, I heard both of you have products that have flavors to them, yet they're natural. What are your because some people say you can't put these things there because you don't want to mess with the pH balance, and you can't put the flavor things there because it might do something. So let's talk about what your flavored lubricants are, or things that may not be lubricant, but you just want that there for the scent or for the taste. Um, what do you have to offer, and why should people use this particular product?
The only thing that I have is the soak and wet that has flavor. Basically, nothing else. The boric acid does the job itself. After the boric acid, you really don't need nothing else
Mm-hmm.
because the vagina comes back to its natural scent, and it doesn't have any scent. And when you use boric acid, you taste like candy. You actually taste good.
Like
I'm
candy.
serious.
Ow!
You actually smell and taste
From the
edible.
boric
Yeah,
acid.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
all the juices,
Yeah.
the sweet juices, it come right back like
Yeah.
you've never been touched.
My God.
Mhm.
But no. What about you? Y'all have any products? The velvet cupcake.
Our uni oils have scent, rose oil, we have like a banana, we have a peach.
Mhm.
But the thing about it is, so even if it's outside of our product line and you want to use something, first of all, just check if it's safe for the vagina one. But the point of them is to be eaten off. Like they ain't going that if they on there that long, he ain't doing his job.
Oh,
They ain't supposed to last that long.
No.
When you put that on, he's supposed to devour that off.
right away.
To be very clear, what they for.
Expeditiously.
And you don't put them inside the
No.
vulva. They are they for the outside. They for
Mhm.
the majora and the minora,
Mhm.
for the lippies. And then they
Speaking
should
of
get
lippies,
eat off.
speaking of lippies, there was now. Listen, if it's you, raise your hand because I was doing my little research with the different products that both of you have to offer, and there is one that says lip gloss, but it ain't the lips on your mouth.
Oh, that's why.
So, can someone tell me about the lip gloss and how do you use it and what is it for?
It's something sweet that you put on the vagina. It's used mainly for oral sex.
Mm.
Hmm. It doesn't get you. It's you can use it as a lubricant, but yeah,
It's
sweet.
just
It
literally,
like,
it's just that. So that's for the taste,
and that also is all natural.
all natural.
Yeah, it's sweet.
I just make my own.
It's really sweet.
Really?
Yeah, you can make it. It's really sweet.
Y'all want to share this?
Mhm.
I mean, you can't keep it to yourself.
It's sweet.
But you can make any edible thing to
Now,
play with
be careful now,
at
because you
home.
can't. You don't want to put the pineapple there, because you
No,
get
unless you're
burned.
allergic to pineapple.
Right, and for some people,
And
yeah,
I can't give you all my recipe, but I could give you
Mm.
some tips.
tips.
So any edible organic oil. So
Mm.
you've got coconut oil, avocado
Yeah,
oil,
yeah,
any edible oil
Mhm.
based.
Mhm.
You can use in it as well. You can use 1 or 2 drops of an essential oil, but it has to be an essential oil that's edible.
Right.
All essential oils are
Are
not
not.
edible.
Yes.
One more time.
Mm.
All essential oils are not edible. All right. And then you can use any type of flavoring, food grade flavoring.
Mhm.
And you don't need to use plenty. You need to, balance the ratio out until you get the flavor that you like.
Mhm.
And when you put that on, eat it off. You can put that on any part of the body.
I
Make it a
playing.
massage
I
oil.
playing chemist tonight. I
Do
can
that.
be the
He
chemist
deserves
tonight.
it.
Oh,
He deserves
yes, he
it.
does.
It's
Yes,
a
he
good
does.
man, Savannah.
Because it's a
That's
good
a
man,
good man, Savannah.
All right. All right. As far as lifestyle factors, I know you spoke about. You want to take a break? Okay, just real quick. So I'm going to ask the question, and we can go and answer it after the break. But we spoke about various stressors. Throughout the day as a woman, we go through a lot, having to go work, dealing with the children, dealing with coming home to deal with the home, cooking, cleaning, etc. Um, Diet can be one of them that can help or harm the taste of our vagina. I don't know if y'all aware of that.
sure.
So we're gonna actually talk about that right after this break. Yes, based on what we eat can determine how we taste down there after the break. Yeah. Who was that? Yeah, absolutely. Um what?
Joanne Precious Gem Anderson says, watch a narco channel.
We gotta go there. We gotta go there.
We got a question earlier from Tanisha Bright. She was
Where is the
asking-
T for crumbs? I see that. Okay. Where is the T for crumbs? Okay. All right. And then we're going to talk at the end. We're going to share. Yeah. We're going to share where to purchase them and everything at the end before we close. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So we also want to talk about if you have any of your products before and after for shaving or waxing or anything like that. We'll talk about that as well. Everything for the kitty. And if I'm missing anything, y'all tell me. If y'all have any questions, shoot them out, man. I appreciate the questions that have been asked thus far. Okay. I need to go back to these products with Diamond Holistic have because serious products. These some serious things. So we have menstrual pain relief, menstrual pain stuff, soaking wet, flavored lubricant. There's a Yoni complete care package that you have. A foaming Yoni scrub. I can't wait for y'all to share about y'all products. I can't wait because I going through these and I'm like, okay. I can't remember the what is it? The not the pineapple because I know but the pineapple and that it has a flavor, right? But there's something else that people use. I saw it on TikTok a lot. That they put water and the thing in it.
Okra.
Okra. Don't have
So
that?
gross to me.
I'll be gagging straight through. I can't deal with that.
It's trinket.
You never heard of that?
Okra water.
Oh.
Vaginal care too. Make it.
Oh wow.
Green leafy vegetables good for that too. Eat your broccoli.
Listen, if I were to read half of the WhatsApps that I'm getting right now, they say, Trishon, what kind of show this is? Listen. Yes. Listen to me. Welcome back, everyone. I got all kind of WhatsApp, but what kind of show this is, what's going on, and they laugh. And it's a good thing because you need to know these things. You honestly need to know these things, especially for someone who has a spouse and you can't be old fashioned, wearing curlers in your hair, big granny drawers, big t-shirt with hole in it, going to bed and expect things to happen. Then you ain't want them touch you and all these different things because you dry because you're getting old, you're premenopausal or you're menopause, And you know what I mean? And then you wonder why homeboy eye somewhere else.
Mhm.
Okay? So these are the things that no matter what topic I have, remember now this is all for the women, all right? And of course for the men who tune in so they can know how to better take care of their women. But all of this has to do with us holistically. So yeah, it may be a little off, little taboo. And I don't mind because that's what the show is all about. We want to do the topics that seem
We have
taboo
to.
so that you would know how to keep your man, how to keep yourself, and how to have like the taxi car driver say, have a mental state, a mental mind. Because
Mhm.
as Roxy stated at the beginning of the show, your vagina or your kitty affects your whole you as a whole at large. Because if you're itching down there, you can't go to work. You can't. Don't let me do the itching dance because I can show y'all how the itching
Oh, let's
dances
say
go.
used to.
Okay, and then you twist to
And
the
rub.
side. You know what I mean? So
Oh.
you ain't want that. So we need to know what to do now so we could know how to better take care of ourselves, right?
We have a comment coming in from Joanne Precious Gem Anderson.
What does it say?
Put a poll in the room.
Put a pole in the room. Well, Jesus, this is a church woman. The church woman say, put a pole in the room.
Baby, that's the wedding woman.
That's
Anything go in that
anything
room.
going there.
A little swing on the door.
I saw some with the swing, I saw. I
Mhm.
said I was gonna
I'll
look into
recommend
that,
you to a good site to get
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Okay, you
It's
can
a
tell me
good
about that.
man,
Oh,
Savannah.
it's a good man.
It's a good
You
man.
deserve it. All right, so let's talk about what we eat and how it does affect, or if it affects, you know, uh, the secretions from our bodies.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think diet plays one of the biggest roles. You've heard the saying, "You are what you eat."
Yes.
So diet plays a major role. Ladies, drink your water.
Mm-hmm.
Water is very, very, very important to keeping your overall well-being in
Yes.
check and balance, but very important for your skin, for your vagina. Water is pivotal. Leafy green vegetables, probiotics. That's like your Greek yogurts and stuff like that. You want to take in a lot of those. Y'all know the pineapple, that does work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let y'all know, hint, game. But also, y'all don't know eat your broccoli. That works too. I see
I
the
know good
girlies on
broccoli.
TikTok drinking this okra water.
Okra.
Nasty. That's at your own risk. Yuck. I don't know if I can make it to no okra
No.
water.
No.
But a lot of the things that we eat are secreted through our pores. And
Yes.
remember, the vagina is still skin.
Yes.
So things are going to be secreted. So if you got a diet heavy in pork, your pork might taste like pork. And we don't want that.
Your pork may taste like pork.
Salty
So,
bad.
but I mean, providing that he likes salty stuff.
Miss Mom.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. All right, but but if he likes some sweet, then the pineapple is the way to go. Okay, just saying. I'm just saying. All right. So, what other? Do we have any Bahamian remedies? I know for the men, you always had this thing, but you eat conch. It's conch good for your back and it help or whatever. Do we have any Bahamian things for women that help with the vagina, with the kitty? Y'all know of any? What?
Neem leaf.
Uh-huh.
Neem leaf is very good for the vagina, and you could use it as a bath soak. You could drink it as a tea. You could use it as a topical. They have the creams now. I don't know if they're still in business, but there used to be a company out of Abaco called
Abaco
Abaco
neem.
Neem. Yep, they make really great neem products. I don't know if they're still in business. They have the soaps and everything. Neem is amazing for the vagina. It's antifungal, antimicrobial. It moisturizes. It helps with the dryness. Eliminates the odor. Neem is clutch. When you want to talk Bahamian bush medicine,
Yeah,
neem is clutch. And don't sleep on coconut oil either. A lot of companies now are making, we have so many companies now making pure organic coconut oil from our coconuts. That coconut oil,
it's the
top tier,
thing.
and that's an amazing lubricant as well.
Yeah. I like coconut oil. 100% organic now, not the ones you just get
not
from
that,
the
not
internet.
that, not that fake stuff.
Yeah, no, not the fake
Yeah.
one. Yeah. So let's talk about when we are like the shaving. Before we shave, what type of products to use or what not to use, and is shaving better than getting waxed, etc. How to take care and if you guys have any products that help with that, with the after effects, etc.
Okay. At Diamond Holistics, we have foam and uni scrub, which is good for ingrown hair, hyperpigmentation, odor, and it's also good for your pH balance, and it leaves the vagina feeling minty. It's very, very refreshing.
So for me, I feel like the argument of shaving versus waxing versus sugaring is a personal preference. I have friends who shave their whole life, never had razor bumps. Me, if my vagina smell a razor, it's on and popping. I
Oh,
cannot do it.
You can't do it.
I've had ingrowns from razors that I've literally had to go to the hospital to have cut
Oh,
out.
there.
So I think it's a personal preference.
Yeah.
I'm a sugar girly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just
But
my
ouch.
girl.
But they
You
put you to
get
sleep,
used to
eh?
it. You get used to
You
it.
just get knocked out,
You
eh?
just get used to it. Just
I
get used to it.
know.
I think
Like you said,
it's a
personal
preference for different people.
preference.
Now I know that sometimes I have to shave in a pinch because I
Right.
can't get to my wax. Someone
Yeah,
calls
yeah.
and let's go
Quick,
on the
quick.
boat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a been some kind of day.
Yeah, yeah.
We ain't going like Afro man. We
Mhm.
gotta take care of what we gotta take care of. So
Mhm.
usually what I do now, if I have to do a shave, I shave with oil.
Okay.
We have a rose oil. That can be used before or after shaving. So my preference is I actually use the rose oil to shave.
Okay.
I don't use a shaving cream or
creams,
anything
no.
like that.
Mhm.
I use the rose oil to shave, and I found that I've got better, more manageable results. And our rose oil is, once again, ladies, listen, antifungal, antimicrobial. That's one of the key things you need to look for
Yeah.
in a lot of the products that you use down there, because you don't want anything allowing bad bacteria to fester.
Yeah,
And that's important. Shaving or after waxing, there is the potential that skin may have been broken.
Right.
So the uni rose oil is really good with making sure that you heal that skin back properly and take care down there.
Wow, this oil. There's this thing called oh, I don't know the name, but it's called I think you put it in a, sorry, beats again, raw. Yeah, let me stay close to the mic. That you put it in the toilet. It's like a
Vaginal
bowl,
steaming.
right? The steaming. What are your thoughts on that? Is this something? Do you have that product?
I do have that product.
And can you tell? But I trying to figure out. I mean, but that houses renting, you renting anything? No, no. But tell us about it. No, tell us. I'm always hearing about it, but I don't know how the process goes and why is it beneficial for our kitty.
Okay, the vaginal steam herbs and the seed is used to bring back your missed period, lost period, or non-existent period. That's funny because I used that in a video.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have a lot of clients. They haven't seen their period in months, maybe even a year, and they're not pregnant.
Mm.
So, what I suggest for them to use our steam herbs like every 2 days, and it brings the period back. It doesn't matter how long you haven't seen it. And some people use it even to get pregnant because the raspberry leaves, yeah, is really
Yeah,
really
I'm on
good.
that.
Mhm. And the thing about it,
I'm on that one.
whatever is in the wall of the vagina, old cells, anything, yeast, anything, it's gonna come out. It's
So
gonna.
can you tell me tell me the procedure? What you do, step by step.
Okay, what it is, the steam seat, you place it in the toilet. I have the extendo seat.
Mm-hmm.
You can push it in, so you can add more water to it.
Mm-hmm.
You can boil the herbs in the pot, or you can just add it to the hot water after you pour it in the seat. And you allow the water to cool, maybe for about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You sit over it as hot as you can bear it. You stay there until the steam dies down. You have to wrap. You wrap with either a towel or a sheet. You're
Mhm.
going to trap the heat underneath you. It also makes the yoni very wet, and it makes it tight. It makes it slippery. And
So
your
you're going
partner's
off
going to
the
enjoy
toilet
it.
straight into bed.
Yeah.
Bam.
Your partner's going to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's multifunctional. You can use it to bring back your period. You use it to get pregnant. Yeah, you can use it to get pregnant. You can use it to tighten, or you can use it to detox. So that's
That's pretty good.
that's magic.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's pretty good. Whew. What's that? Oh, he's showing it. He's showing the products. All right, so let's talk about now. We're going to talk about the various products that Velvet Cupcake has to offer, and what is your most frequent purchase? What do clients mostly purchase from your brand?
Mhm.
And what I wouldn't say the least, but something that you don't get often or requested often from your brand.
So we carry a wide array of products, from the washes that are the foaming washes. We carry the soaps. We carry pH testing strips. We carry the boric acid, uni oils. What else we carry? We have prebiotic pills. So we have a wide variety. The cotton pads that we spoke about earlier, we carry those as well. Our most requested products would be what I call our triple threat. That's the foaming jasmine wash. That's the boric acid suppository pills
Mhm.
and the rose oil, the rose uni oil. Those would be that's the triple threat. That's the trifecta of mwah,
Yeah, that's
bellissimo.
it.
Yeah, that's the.
He
If I
coming
say
back.
you just need three. That's it. There.
That's
If
it.
you can get any three things,
Get
get
them.
those three things.
Okay.
But I think one of our most, I think what you're trying to ask me is one of the most underutilized that
Yeah.
probably should be got
That
more.
should be, yeah,
Our
more
pH
attention.
testing strips. Every woman should have a canister of our pH testing strips in their cabinet.
That's important.
The second you feel something is off, check your pH
Balance.
immediately. Then you know where to go from there. Start to then that gives you the opportunity to collaborate on product lines. You may
Right.
start with something from us, grab something from Diamond, something to see if you can get the pH back normal on your own using the holistic products. Or all right, bad boy, the same moving. I need to go see a doctor now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those pH testing strips, they're very underrated. We have the testing strips. We have the swab as well. It's almost, it looks like a pregnancy test. So you would swab the inner vulva of the vagina, rest it on the strip, and then it'll tip on the testing strip, and it'll let you know exactly what your pH levels is.
Yeah.
And you need to be between 3.8 and a 4.5.
Right.
That's the slight acidity in the vagina. Yeah, I would say that product, ladies, y'all need to go get them. Keep them on hand at all times.
All time.
But the girlies love the triple threat.
Now,
They don't be playing with that.
Based
Yes,
on
I'm
what
telling you,
I'm
because you
telling
think
you,
I ain't coming to you to buy one else today.
based on everything that I've been hearing, ladies, the must-haves in your home definitely the boric acid, definitely for before and after. You definitely want to use natural feminine products, to help with everything, because based on what you've been hearing these things, but then you still go inside these various stores and pick up the same brand. I guilty.
Yeah.
All right, you pick up the same brand because that's all you know. That's all you. It's faithful. Ain't never lead you astray. Right. Ain't never embarrass you. But when at the end of the day, you have to think about your overall health. Like I said before, the various chemicals that they have inside these products are simply ridiculous. And if you don't believe Roxy, and if you don't believe me, go look it up.
That's it.
Just go look it up for yourself. And the best thing you can do is research things about whatever it is that you purchase for your body or for your daughters. You know what I mean? Or your loved ones, particularly the females in your lives, but men who are also watching and listening, because you want to know what they're using, or what, you wonder why you have all these various ovarian cancers and all these things coming up because of the various chemicals that we have in or use on our bodies. All right. And another thing that I would suggest for those who've had, I don't know where you've been when I was in high school, man, I had them serious cramps, them bad. Baralgin was my best friend. Okay, them bad cramps used to go lay on the ground. I couldn't even take Baralgin sometimes because I'll throw it up because I had an issue. Yeah, I was very sensitive with swallowing pills, and it was ridiculous. Like I just like about to die. Thank God I don't experience that anymore. But you have teas and other products that can help with PMS and all this cramping and stuff. Let's talk more about a little bit more about that. And again, these bees obviously is natural, so you can use them for your teenagers, etc. So let's talk a little bit about that.
The thing about my products, I have a lot of products, but these are mainly what I focus on.
Right.
These are made from my hands and just knowledge. And this tea right here, I want to read at the back of it. Can I do that?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, it says menstrual pain relief tea. All natural pain relief for PMS and menstrual cycle. This is our one of a kind special blend of medicinal herbs made with you in mind to help soothe, comfort, and regulate your monthly period. This tea reduces cramps, bloating, vomiting, remove toxins, diminishes headaches, urinary tract infection. It's also good for cold sores and it boosts the immune system. So we have a typo at the back of the box. It says you remove the tea bag after 3 minutes, but that's not advised. You drink the tea as strong as you can drink it. Don't ever remove the tea bag because you want to get all the medicinal herbs in the hot water.
Now, for those who like sweet tea,
Yeah, you can
you
add
could
honey.
you could add your sugar
or
and your
sugar.
honey and
It's not gonna
affect or impact.
Not at all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That. You have any products for urinary tract infections? You can think of any? because that's
Your
also
doctor.
important when
Your doctor.
go to your doctor.
You need to go to your doctor for the UTI.
Okay, I love that. Any other products that you want to discuss this time for y'all? This for y'all to share all the various the ambassador of Velvet Cupcake and the CEO of Diamond Holistics. Let's share and talk more about the products for those who are listening.
I'd like to speak on one more product.
Mhm.
It's our detox capsules.
Mhm.
It's used for constipation. It's also used to get rid of any toxins that's in the colon.
Okay.
And it's very, very effective. And it's really good. A lot of reviews online saw about it. And some of my clients, they haven't used the bathroom for like months and
Mm.
weeks. So it regulates your bathroom area too. And it's also a fat burner. It
Okay.
helps you to lose inches in the waist and it suppresses your appetite. So if
You know,
you have,
Bahamian women love that.
yeah,
Yes, that one
yeah,
bad. Mm-hmm.
it really suppresses your appetite. You're not gonna lose. You only lose inches in the waist. You don't lose like if you want to keep your booty and keep your thighs or whatever, or keep your your
Roxy,
breasts.
that's you. That one sound like
You
you.
won't lose
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah,
but you
yeah.
will definitely lose inches in the waist, and it's really good. It's it multitasks, so it does a lot of stuff. What else? I don't have it on me,
Right.
so you know, but check it out. It's really good.
Um, not so much a product, although I think I spoke extensively about the different products that we carry, what they're good for.
Mm-hmm.
We just have multiple versions of the same product,
Mhm.
different scents or
The
varying,
flavors.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would like to talk about, one of the things that we do focus on at the Velvet Cupcake is education.
Right. It's
Um,
important.
we have a school tour that we do every single year. We launched it last year. We're going to continue this year where we go into the schools
Mhm.
and discuss feminine care, hygiene with adolescent girls.
Mhm.
The reason I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about that is because I know we've got moms on the line.
Yes.
And it's never too young to start these conversations
Yeah.
with your children. Obviously, age appropriateness
Mhm.
of the way that the message is delivered
Mhm.
is,
That's vital.
that's vital
Mhm.
because they won't receive it regardless if you don't make it age appropriate.
Absolutely.
However, your daughter's hygiene, the way she cleans her vagina, these are things that you have to start instilling in them as healthy habits from young. From young. I think so many of our generation, just talking about it became taboo. You don't talk about these
No.
things.
No.
You don't talk about nothing going on there.
No.
Even down to when I got my period, no one talked to me about that. No one told me what was about to happen to my body. I never had a conversation. I had to figure that out. And it was crazy to me. And I'm not bashing our parents
No,
because they
did the
what
best they
could
can.
with what they
Yeah,
had.
with what they had.
But we know better, so we
Yeah,
got to do better.
Mhm.
And I think our educational platform with the Velvet Cupcake is so pivotal
Yes.
to the way that we, push our product line. Because
Yeah.
it's not just about buy the Velvet Cupcake. Do your research, definitely. But we want to educate you and start empowering our young women to want to know more about their bodies from earlier, to want to take care of their bodies from earlier,
Mhm.
to embrace their vagina, to love their vagina as a part of their body and not this taboo abyss black hole of something that they know nothing about.
Mhm.
And I think that empowerment starts with conversations like you're having
Yeah.
on these types of platforms and giving that message to the parents to start the conversations at home.
Yeah.
Because that's where real vaginal hygiene and health begins, in the home.
Let's go there. Mommy, I mean to throw you under the bus. I love you. I really do
The way
love
you put
you.
your hand in there, you want
That's all
something
that I
for
want
me.
with that.
I know you want something for me.
Listen to me. Let me tell you something. As much as I love her. I remember the first time I shared this story online before on radio before, but I remember the first time I saw my period. I came home from school. She was at work, and I called her from at work, and I said, "Mommy, I think I see my period," and she burst out laughing. I guess she was shy. You don't know what to say or whatever. So she goes, you know where the stuff is, right? Right inside the cupboard in the bathroom. And that was that.
Yeah.
That's how that conversation
Well, my
went.
mommy was off the island. My
Oh,
daddy,
she-
my period came on in school. I went to Grand Bahama Catholic High School. We used to wear a gray skirt, daddy.
Me too. Gray.
Broski. Listen to
Very
me.
light gray.
When I get up, and it did look like I slaughtered a baby lamb in the back of my
Wow.
skirt. Thank God there was a young man. I ain't gonna call his name on the radio, but there was a
No.
young man who was in school with me at the time. He took
Mhm.
his jacket off quick
Give
and
it
wrapped
to
it
you.
around my waist. Quick.
I wish
And
I
he
was
whispered
given
in my
that.
ear, say, go to the bathroom. So I'm thankful that my experience still wasn't rough. There was a little bit of love attached to
Yeah.
it because someone cared enough.
Yeah.
I got my daddy. My daddy picked me up at a pocket pot in Wendy's, dropped me home. I'm going back to work.
Oh,
He said, your mother
oh.
deal with this when she reached back. And that never
Listen,
happened.
I
So
didn't.
Wendy's was good though.
I didn't. I didn't get how often to change the pad.
No, none
Mommy,
of
I love
us.
you. No, I'm not
None
trying to
of
throw you under the bus.
None of that.
No, because what happened is I was in mass because I also wore a gray skirt.
You went
all
to
right,
Anglican or Catholic
I'm
school?
Anglican.
Okay.
All right, and I was sitting in mass. I mean, it was early, obviously, because you do mass first.
Yep.
And I keep on hearing someone say, Trishawn, Trishawn, right? So they pointing there when I felt like a little gush.
Yeah, but
Right?
you
Because I didn't know. 'Cause once again, it's one of the home product, the brands, the big brands or whatever. But the big brands, I wasn't using the bigger, like the heavy flow ones. It was just the regular, like right, whatever. So to Sean, and when I look back, all the boys who were in the road just doing their hands, one in particular who I actually had a crush on, and they're just laughing. And when I look, I was like, oh my
Ain't
God,
no
I ready
way.
to die. Can someone just open up the earth and just stick me in there? It's different like if you was wearing one of them dark skirts
Yes.
or whatever, dark uniform skirts. This is a light gray, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh my God. So I didn't even bother coming to school the next day because I had to just make sure everybody then drown that out.
Someone else
Don't
need
think
to
that
be the butt of
memory.
the joke
Right.
now.
The good thing is we had a nurse on campus.
Oh,
I
you
love
did
that.
not.
And she's the sweetest person ever. And she's still a sweet person. All right. And she was able to call. I don't know why mommy sent my daddy, right? Because I didn't even tell him. I was so ashamed. I don't know if mommy told him, but he ain't saying nothing to me and I ain't saying nothing to him.
Wow.
But he ain't had no Wendy's, but he dropped me home.
I need to call
And
my
that
daddy and say thanks for the Wendy's.
listen, and that was how that story went with that. And thank God, honestly, thank God for my aunt Sherry. She taught sixth grade when I was still in school, and they had some type of health thing for the girls, and they had like this little pamphlet, a little Ziploc bag with sanitary napkins and a booklet that spoke about the vagina and what it's
Wow.
all about.
Oh,
And I
that's
thank
nice.
God for her. And there's something that in the booklet that says, hey, get a mirror and just check out yourself just
You
to
have
see
to.
what it's about,
Yeah.
what it, where these things are so you can know your body. All right. These are the things that we need to know so we could know what, especially as adults now. Adults, you want to know where things are located. Believe it or not, some people don't even know,
You need to.
you don't know about where
Yeah.
this is and what that is and what the proper names of things are, and so it starts from young.
Young.
I
You
have
gotta
two
do it from
daughters.
young.
I've already started with them now. I was a little shy initially,
Yeah.
but the way I spoke with them, so how I approached it is I went on Amazon on my Kindle, and there's this comic book about menstruation. It's really nice, really, really nice. And I allowed my daughter to read it. And when she was done, then she came back and I started answering the questions that she had to offer. That was my
How old
way.
was she at the time?
She's 11 now, so I was like 8 or 9.
Oh, that's see, my
Yeah.
daughter is 8.
Yeah.
So the way I've already had the conversation with my daughter
Mhm.
before she was 8.
Mhm.
She came in the restroom one time, and I was on my cycle,
mhm.
so she saw me changing a pad out, and she asked what was that. I think she was about 6 at the time,
Mhm.
and I have a very precocious child, so it didn't make sense prettying it up
Don't
in
know.
the chat.
We can't put
No.
it up.
So I had a conversation with her. I said, when you get older, as your body changes and you grow, every month your uterus is going to change the walls in it so that you know your vagina is healthy.
Mhm.
And this is what happens. And then she asked me, does it hurt? I said, sometimes it does,
Mhm.
sometimes it doesn't.
Mhm.
She asked me, is it messy? Is it stink? I say, sometimes it is.
Sometimes it's not.
She had a few questions. And then
Yeah.
as she got older, I'd tell her, go get me a pad of the bathroom, go
Yeah.
get me a pad of the room, go get me a tampon. So she knows what it is. She's been around and she's comfortable with the lingo.
Mhm.
And I think that's part of the learning process too, so
Yeah.
that they know that this isn't something to be ashamed
No.
of. It's something you should embrace. Baby, I thank the Lord every month I see that
Mhm.
period.
Mhm. These the days when you just thank God you
God is
see
good. I don't
it,
care where that
back
come on.
then.
I could be in the middle of Rupert Roberts Super Value.
Right.
Praise God and reach.
Right. Do you have any? You said 2 kids.
I have 2 boys.
2 boys.
Mhm.
Okay, so
So-
but it's still good to tell them about it because if there's something that you said about the young man that actually got his jacket and put it around. I commend. That's it right there. I commend him and his mother, his parents. for raising him up that way. Because the ones I heard behind me was laughing and cracking joke. And listen, all right. So what else do we think? Do we want to cover now? I think we covered everything. We talk about menstruation. We spoke about the shaving and waxing, etc. Beats 1 second. 1 second. Okay. We spoke about that. We spoke about, the way to clean it properly. In fact, there is a way to clean it properly. It's not from back to front, it's from front to back. All right. And honestly, yes, we're gonna get a little graphic there. When you do clean, you don't just clean just like that. You have to open up the vulva, open up the lips, sorry, of the vagina to get in between those cracks. Yes, I have to say it. All right, because you have a lot of, especially teenagers and children who don't know how to clean properly. So you wonder, right? Okay, they took a bath, but why is it there? Why is there still a scent? That's because you didn't open it a little just to get in between the crevices of the vagina. All right, so we talk about that. We spoke about, yes, some people do believe that it's okay to just clean the vagina with just water, and then you have some people who use natural products, that does not go against the pH balance, to clean properly. And even when you're doing that, you don't put the soaps and those things inside the canal. You don't put them in, right? You put them around. All right. No, no, not at all. And then, of course, we spoke about, and like I said before, I've never used boric acid. I've never used it. No, don't. I know I'm missing it. So I come into y'all. All right, 1 and 2. All right, for the boric acid, this is something that's used prior to intercourse and after
You can use it
intercourse.
every day if you want.
Every day if you
If
want
you
to.
want.
Right.
Or every
And
3
then
days.
once again, can you explain what, just for those who just tuning in, because someone just asked the questions that they just reached, what is the boric acid used for?
The boric acid is used for itch, odor, yeast, and bacteria. So if something doesn't smell right down there and something doesn't look right down there, within 3 to 5 hours of inserting 1 or 2 capsules, you in the clear.
Hmm. But if you don't have all of that,
It can be used for
just for the
regulation of
right,
pH.
like as I'm saying, perhaps after the menstruation, after your
Yeah.
period, that's a good time
I
to
use
use
it. I
it.
use it after my period,
Right,
and I don't use it every single month.
right.
You don't have to,
Hmm.
especially if you're engaging in good hygienic practices,
Hmm.
keep your
Hmm.
pH balance regardless. Because even after your menstruation, the vagina is gonna auto clean.
Right.
It doesn't need help doing that. But the boric acid is a little razzle dazzle,
Yeah, the little something,
make you a little pep in your step,
little,
little
little
peppier.
something. Yeah.
You walk around because you know you right down there.
Okay. And for my menopausal and premenopausal friends, all right. And I said that lightly because we almost we 40.
Yeah.
So that means we getting
We
there,
getting there.
right? For us. So what are some, once again, you can list your products that can help, and the boric acid does that as well. But what other products can be used to help with dryness?
Okay. Let's talk about the menopause. At Diamond Holistics, we have a soap that names Ice, and it cools the temperature down. If you're experiencing premenopause or menopausal symptoms like cold sweats and stuff like that, and it's
Mhm.
also used for fever to bring the temperature down. If you're having a flu,
Mhm.
you can purchase our soap, and it will regulate your temperature. It's so, it's cold. So any temperature that you're having is gonna break that temperature. You use it with cold water. I just remember that's one of our other products.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for those who are menopausal, y'all need to go reach out to Diamond Holistics. For those who want to take care of their holistic vaginal health
Mhm.
and care, all right, the Velvet Cupcake is there for you. I mean, we couldn't even go through all of the
No, it's a
products that
lot.
they have. There's so much, and even Diamond Holistic have a lot of products. I started to pick out some, and we still haven't covered all of your products. My goodness, that is just wonderful. You focusing on those three. Hmm. And then and so those are the different products. And if there's anything else that you want to cover, we want to also talk about how to reach you all right, so we're going to start with Diamond. How can you be reached, all of your handles, etc.?
Okay, you can reach me at 1242-815-3055. And if you don't get me on that, it's 809-3055. Also, Diamond Holistics and Complete Unicare on Facebook, TikTok, it's Diamond Holistics, and on Instagram, it's Diamond underscore holistics underscore uni underscore care.
Okay.
The Velvet Cupcake is the Velvet Cupcake across all social media platforms, and you can shop directly from our website www.thevelvetcupcake.com. Everything is straightforward, and we are located in over 27 different
I was about to
pharmacies.
say that.
Yes, ma'am.
I
We're
was about to
very,
say that.
and I think Super Value. We just picked up the contract with Super
Right.
Value as well. So we're easy to find, easy to locate. We everywhere.
Everywhere.
And if you can't find us, we come to you.
We come to you.
So just log on to the website. The website will also give you information on where you can go ahead and purchase from. And the response time is very quickly. So you'll be able to get your packages in hand very fast. So
You
can
have
get on your journey.
beautiful models, I must say.
Yeah,
I see
man. The girlies
very
be girly.
beautiful.
And those are all
Yeah.
Bahamian
Young ladies.
influencers right
They're
here
very
from the Bahamas.
beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a business owner. That's
That
another
is-
influencer.
Wow, that is just wonderful. That's good. 'Cause you don't want no ugly face. Talk about it. You know what I mean? You want to make sure they pretty. You know. Let me behave. No, but thank you, ladies. You have done us well. And every question that I could have possibly think of, even the ones that were listed here on today's show, that you covered and you covered well. Excellent, and you are an excellent brand ambassador.
Thank you.
Could swear you own this thing yourself.
Listen,
all right.
I love companies that I believe in, and I
Yeah.
really believe in what they do at the
Yes.
Velvet Cupcake, and I use the products.
Yeah.
I can't speak for something I don't use. I'll
That's
never
right.
do that because my integrity is all I have.
Yes.
Love their products.
And you did such a wonderful job. I mean, honestly, if you didn't tell me you was just ambassador, I'd be like, yeah, so how long you been doing this for? You know? But you were wonderful. The Velvet Cupcake is saying, yes, we are in about 40 pharmacies, stores, and
See, I stay
supermarkets
27.
in Nassau, Freeport, Abaco, and Eleuthera. That
Yes,
is
ma'am.
beautiful. That
They
means
done
you're growing
expanded
and growing
rapidly,
and growing, right?
rapidly.
And that speaks volumes. Okay,
Yeah.
so clearly your products work because people are saying, yes, I want to have you in my store, or I
Absolutely.
want to have your products in the store, and it's working well. So I want you to continue bringing them. I love that. And I'm a little embarrassed to say that I have not used your products as yet. And that's only because I wasn't highly educated about it. But I'm
But that's
so
good.
glad.
That's a good thing. You
Yes.
don't have to jump into it. You
Right.
got us here. We done bring you up to speed.
Yes.
You could come get some uni oil from me and buy
That-
a car from
that's
Diamond.
that one
Diamond have
time.
everything.
One time. But I come in for your stuff because I mean, no matter what, you still because once again, I've never used boric acid. I really want to be able to, if you know, for the cleansing, especially after menstrual, whatever, you want to be able to do that.
I'm confident saying this with the Velvet Cupcake online that I'm certain the team at the Velvet Cupcake would be happy to put together a care package for you and have it drop back off to the studio.
So
For sure.
sweet. Oh, y'all know I'll be talking about it, right?
We for sure.
I have to
For
talk
sure.
about it. Listen
For
to
sure.
me. Listen to me. And I like talk
Just
and
don't
I
try
like
to take my
things.
job as the newest
No,
brand
I
ambassador
ain't
now.
trying to take your job.
Hey, I
now.
need this job. My daughter's eats shrimp and sushi. I need this.
No, but I would love to. I would love to try the products, and I'll be happy to speak more, you know, educationally or more. How should I use it? Um, um, Thoroughly
Yes.
about, that's the word I want to use,
Yes.
about what it is that you all offer. All right. I really wish I would have used it first before bringing y'all, but then again, I like that the fact that
You
you
were
were speaking
educated,
about it
yep.
now, and we can talk about that even further after using the products. All right. This is my final thing before we wrap up. For those who may feel embarrassed or unsure about discussing vaginal health, what advice would you give to help them feel more empowered? Because once again, vaginal health is something that is not primarily discussed in places like, for instance, in the work. You have a lot of people who would probably smell someone and don't say anything, or probably go tell somebody else she smells. Then you have in the church, ain't really nobody really focusing on, you know, ain't gonna talk about that, don't think you talk, but no sex before marriage, and that's it. They ain't gonna talk about how to heal and what to do and the cleansing, how God wants us to be holistic, you know, not just spiritually, but we want to take care of our bodies and our temples, etc. So for those who may be embarrassed, or those who don't know how to, you know, research information or whatever to know more about it, what is your final advice before we close? Who wants to go first?
Start simple. Start with small chunks of information. That's number one. But also remember, if something was going on with your lungs, you'd go get that checked out.
Right away.
If something was going on with your skin, you're gonna find out and talk to people who are experts in skin. Something going on with your hair, you do the same. Don't allow the positioning of this body part to be the thing that causes you not to seek out information and knowledge. It is we live. So when I talk with the young girls about their vaginal health, I use a acronym called LOVE, because you got to love yourself.
Of course.
So the L stands for light cleansing. So we
Yes.
talked about the pH balance cleansers in the water. The O stands for opt for breathable underwear. So use cotton. You don't need something all up there. You sweating all day and you got satin and silk and all
And
you building up.
thongs.
Yeah, everywhere. The V stands for ventilation. And as jokey as it sound, don't sleep in no panties. Take them
Mhm.
off in the nighttime. Let her breathe.
Hold on.
That's a
I
medical
got
thing.
someone who I live with. I
I'm
can't
telling
know.
you.
No, I know beats with it like
when you
that.
could go commando, go commando.
But-
If the dress don't require panties, don't wear no panties.
yeah, that's true.
I'm telling, and people laugh and I always
No,
tell
but it's
people
true.
I rarely wear underwear for that reason.
Yeah.
When I took that out of my regimen, yeast infections, I rarely
Cut
have
down.
them. I
Yeah.
rarely have them.
Yeah.
If I have them, I know I've been eating poorly,
Mhm.
or I bathed with something I shouldn't have bathed with, or the
Yeah.
towel had too much dye in it,
Yeah.
or I wear a panty.
No, but can I also add, especially for those who wear pantyhose, stockings throughout the day.
Oh yeah.
Those who exercise regularly, you keep your underwear on and your tights on all day or that evening, because you won't come home and do whatever. And those who swim a lot, especially for the younger
Yes.
girls, you want to make sure that they take care of themselves also. So
Absolutely.
when you're swimming and stuff, and you can't just leave your bathing suit on all evening or whatever have you.
No,
These are the things that needs to be discussed.
gotta ventilate. You
You
gotta
have to let it
her
out.
breathe.
Let it breathe. Yeah.
And the E in love stands for education. That's where I was going with it. Education is paramount.
Mhm.
When you're armed with information, the embarrassment diffuses.
That
A
is
lot of
that.
our embarrassment is tied to the fact that we don't have the
Right.
knowledge. We
Ignorance.
just don't know.
Mhm.
And ignorance is no longer bliss.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. You
Mhm.
have to be informed.
Mhm.
You owe it to yourself to be informed. You owe it to
Absolutely.
yourself to take that power back that has been stripped from us culturally for centuries. We've always been meant to feel bad about these body
Yeah.
parts that we possess. And the people who making us feel bad about it love it.
Yeah.
They just love it up. You have to love it more than they love it. It's a part of you. It's who you are. And I know that it's not easy to just dive into, because my advice would have been jump in.
Mhm.
But I know that's not feasible for everyone. But
Bit
start
by
off
bit.
with baby steps,
Yeah.
bit by bit. Even if you just start with the anatomy of the vagina.
Mhm.
Even if you start every 2 weeks, I take a vagina pic to look at in my own phone, just to make sure she's still percolating the way I
Mhm.
leave her percolating
Mhm.
2 weeks ago. You have to know what is happening down there and make it personal. Too much of us are dying. Too much of us are ill. We're sick
Honestly.
from products that we're using, from not taking care of ourselves, from overstress.
Yeah.
A lot of things are killing us. But if we start taking our total health into control and really taking charge of it through loving ourselves unequivocally,
Yes.
without it having to be loved by someone else,
Come on.
you definitely will dive into that information and know what you need to know to start that process.
Timon, you have anything?
I would say simply just do your research. That's about it. Just do your research.
Listen to me.
Mhm.
Listen to me. Someone say let the fan dry it off. Well, child,
Yes,
do what you
baby.
gotta do, honey. And then you gotta let it
Later in our bed.
let it out.
That's
Just
the
do
time
what
to
you gotta
scroll
do.
through Facebook.
Do what you gotta do. But honestly, we take care of everything else. And she said it. We take care of everyone and everything else except ourselves. And in particular, we put on the weave, fix our hair, we do our makeup, we do the deodorant, and we just leave down there just rough. Take care.
Listen, I was
Be
online the other
slapping.
day, and a man made this comment. Say some of the prettiest girls in Nassau walking around with the most horrible vaginas.
Ooh.
And it's crazy to me that your weave
More-
costs $300
Yeah.
and boric acid pills cost $30. I know
Oh.
of them.
Oh.
That's wild to me.
Oh.
To me. That's diabolical.
Oh. We going there. We're going there for 2 seconds.
And listen to me. And it's not about shaming a woman.
No.
But it's about telling her you need to love yourself
Yeah.
enough to know that exterior that don't
Means
mean nothing
nothing. Yeah.
if your interior isn't
Yeah.
taken care of.
That is
And that's from your
important.
vagina to your soul, because some of y'all
Everything.
ugly in your soul too.
Oh.
That's all of it. You gotta take care of the
Yeah.
things that, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God.
Oh no, it's true. It's true. We got to take care of ourselves, and this is what the whole purpose of the show. The Bible says is through knowledge that the just be delivered. So we want the knowledge that is needed, so that even us as church women, those who, even if you're not a church woman, whatever, as women in general, okay, because we have various women from various facets of life that tune into the show. But even if you are, you aren't, you want to be able to take care of your body. You want in every way, mind, body, and soul, right? Spirit, soul, and body. So let's take care of it. Yes, we had to go there. We had to use, how do we take care of the vagina? How do we keep it from having, one of the suggestions that I would make also, this is something that Roxy stated, is to know your vagina. So you should know if there is a scent that is off. Go and get it checked out. Sometimes when you yeah, I'm being a little graphic today. When you go to the bathroom just to urinate, smell the seat of the panties. Honestly, do that just to see if it's off or if it's not. And Pete's giving me the look, but yes, I would recommend. I would
Pete's
recommend
having the time of his
that.
life right
Pete's
now.
been laughing straight through, but I'd recommend that you do that just for care. Look, get a mirror and look at the vagina every once in a while to see if it's anything off, anything not off, or whatever. Like I said, know how to clean it properly. Know when something is off. If it's something that and do eliminate the process if there's some itching by any means, because you have some people who are allergic to the various detergents when you wash.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So if there's
sure.
itching, not all the time. It's because of yeast infections or vaginal,
Sulfates, parabens,
exactly, perfumes, those type
Yeah.
of things. You can't just be spraying the perfume down
It's
there.
actually Dylan Blue does not go in your
Okay,
vagina.
you don't know. Use natural things for the kitty. All right, we want the kitty to be happy. Once the kitty is happy, we happy.
Yep.
Once we happy, our husband's happy, our spouses are happy. Let's be happy. Let's make the kitty happy. All right, so we're gonna end there on that particular segment. I want to thank once again the Velvet Cupcake and their beautiful, wonderful, highly educated, highly recommended, because I would definitely recommend her to other people as well in the media, for stopping by, Roxy Star. She was, once again, she was phenomenal. And I know that you guys can agree with me on that. I thought she was the actual owner. The information that she has is explicit. Every question that I asked, she was able to answer thoroughly. So thank you so much
No
for
problem,
being a
you're
part
welcome. And congratulations on this platform. This
Thank
is
you.
Chef's kiss.
Thank you. Thank you. And to our wonderful, and she deserves this because she is the CEO.
Yeah.
She came from scratch, saying she started with just doing makeup, but then she gone from from makeup to the vagina. I don't get it. She gone from the head to the bottom. But and in all things, we give God thanks for her, because you have changed the dynamics of so many women who's searching for information, who's needing to know, how do I take care of my body, what's going on in my body, and you were able to supply them with the products that you offer. And so thank you so much for that. I pray that your business continue to go and grow, and may you hit the four corners of this earth, not just here, but everywhere, so that people will know that, hey, this is what you've done. These are the hands that have been blessed to ensure that you get as much health as possible, or as healthy as possible, with your feminine parts.
Thank you so much.
That's the nice part of
Thank
saying
you
it.
for the invite.
You don't want to
It
use
was a
kitty after
pleasure
you done
being
bless
here.
somebody, But thank you. Thank you for
You're
coming.
welcome.
Thank you. All right. So, ladies, if you are struggling with any of those things that we have listed today, please give Diamond Holistic a call. Please give the Cupcake Velvet a call today. Go check on their platforms today. All right. Struggling with relationship issues, as a dedicated life coach, I offer personalized guidance to help you build stronger, healthier connections. Together, we'll navigate challenges, improve communication, and create meaningful, lasting bonds. Let's transform your relationships and enrich your life. Reach out today for a brighter tomorrow. The number to call is 376-8689. And you can also go on my website, www.yourlanelifecoaching.com. I would be happy, more than delighted, to help you with your relationship and navigating your relationship needs. All right. So thank you to our sponsors, Your Lane sponsors, Today's show was brought to you by The Perfume Bar, John Shoe Store and Accessories, Your Lane Life Coaching, and Lysol, distributed by Thompson Trading. To the businesses out there, if you wish to sponsor Your Lane Talk Show, please give us a call at 376-8689. We have awesome packages that will suit your budget. I guarantee you that whatever it is that you have, we will be able to match it for you. All right. Thank you to my producer, Beats, as always holding it down for us. To our first time listening audience, thank you so much for tuning in. And to our continued listening audience who've been just supportive from day one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Please follow the page Your Lane Life Coaching on Facebook to get all of our updates and goodies from the show. You can also go to Coach Trish Hannah on YouTube to watch the previous shows. Please like and subscribe once again. All right. I pray that you were all empowered, all educated, and all encouraged today. And so until next time, keep the kitty happy. Okay. Until we meet again. Have a beautiful Sunday, everyone.
You're listening to Your Lane with Coach Trish Hannah.
Sure. All right. Thank you. We're going to cut off live now from the Facebook as well. Thank you so much, Facebook audience. And thank you so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. Peace out. Happy Sunday.